And I just couldn't believe what I found. As I know anybody who was there would agree, it was just this beautiful, amazing festival that was just growing and growing and growing by the day. And I just couldn't believe the discrepancies between the mainstream media, which I had served in for about 18 years, the story they were telling, and the people that I used to work alongside were telling, and what I was actually seeing and witnessing and being part of. It was actually just remarkable. So, yeah, spent 17 days there. There was a little bit of a gap where I made my way all the way back down to the bottom of the South Island to Bluff, where I joined the second convoy. And that was absolutely just, it was mind blowing just seeing the support because we'd been in Wellington and we'd seen it there. But then seeing the support going all the way up to Picton and then across to Wellington there was thousands of people in some places just waiting for us. Being in Wellington, it was like we're not alone in our sentiments that there's something really wrong going on in this country. But driving up the country and just seeing that it was just a confirmation that we were doing the right thing. And as you said, on the right side of history.
And to get to Parliament grounds and suddenly be involved in a community that had been, we'd been locked out, we'd been
Mm.
segregated out of cafes and restaurants. And, as we've talked about before, not even being able to use a public toilet because we
Hmm.
didn't have a vaccine passport.
Yeah.
And then to get to the grounds of Parliament and just have this beautiful experience with people who were, yeah, playing music and building a village.
Yeah, it was funny because yeah, there were definitely people there who were affected by mandates, but as you know, there was lots of people who weren't affected by it, who did have the passes to go to the places they wanted to go. But the best part of it was, as you said, it was unity, right? It was a community, it was a village. It was such a great feeling. It was like we were dancing and there was music and we were free. And actually that was what it was. And so that was the Freedom Village, and we were free there. We were accepted no matter what our views were. And the people that made their way there who were maybe not on the side of being against the mandates and that sort of stuff from a perspective of not wanting to take the medication. But they were there anyway. They didn't care. They weren't scared. They weren't worried about the stories that were being told in the media about don't go around these people. They're going to make you sick and that sort of stuff. And they were there joining in because they thought it was ridiculous too. So I admired those people, actually probably even more so because they came along and stood in solidarity with everyone, and that was just, it was remarkable.